Hey guys, this is just a short review of the latest Fire Emblem on the Nintendo Switch, Fire Emblem Engage. Although this is coming a little bit late, I just want to share my thoughts on the game, especially for those who are still on the fence on whether if this game is worth getting or not. If you're looking for a game with lots of replayability, I believe this game is for you. Engage is the second Fire Emblem game I have pleasure of playing, with Three Houses being my first. This is a vastly different game from Three Houses, but that's not to say that it's bad. While Engage is being compared to Three Houses most of the time, you can think of them as entirely different games that caters to a different audience, but still manages to captivate majority of players who are seeking for a great strategy RPG. I'll say it right off the bat that Engage has a very serviceable story. It's not the best. Most people complain about its generic good versus evil narrative, but still enjoyable nonetheless. It is mainly just there to move the story forward, but don't let it discourage you from playing the game. Now, the characters also aren't the strongest when it comes to personality. I found that most of the characters are your generic, anime tropes, but there are some nice support conversations that delves deeper and fleshes out the characters. And I did get a laugh or two on some of the other supports in the game, and I did end up wanting to find out more about certain characters once I have unlocked their other support conversations. But aside from that, they're mainly just there to build up your army. Combat and gameplay, on the other hand, is where Engage shines the most. Engage has one of the better combat in any strategy RPG I have ever played. It has a triangle system, kind of like rock, paper, scissors, where different weapon types can cause a break, which makes it so that the enemy can't counterattack, allowing you to set up kills for your other units. Aside from the combat, animations look very smooth and crisp, and it feels like each hit you land has a certain weight to it, which feels really good. Especially when your units land a critical hit, it's just like a joy to see it play on the screen. The animations are super amazing. Not only do the visuals look spectacular, but the mechanics behind the gameplay is also amazing. And this is due to the emblem system, wherein you can pair up any emblem ring to power up your units, making sure that no two playthroughs are going to be exactly the same. I have over 500 hours combined gameplay time. I still haven't tried all the combinations yet. Each unit in the game also has their own personal skill and personal growth rates, which play a part in how you build up your units or compose your army. The job system is also fun and easy to use. Early units start off as a base class, and once you reach level 10 on the base class, you can upgrade them into the advanced classes, as long as you have the required seals and the weapon proficiency for those said classes. The game also lets you jump in on the action from the very beginning. That means no tedious monster grinding from Three Houses. Although Engage still has a hub called Somniel, wherein you can do different activities such as gathering materials for cooking, forging weapons. There are also minigames such as workouts, fishing, and wyvern riding, similar to Panzer Dragoon, which they can provide stat boosts, items, or resources called bond fragments, which you can then spend on forging bond rings, or increasing bond levels with the different emblems to gain access to unique skills belonging to their respective emblems. The great part is that all these activities are not mandatory, and personally all I do is just gather materials from the dog farm and do arena battles for extra EXP and stuff like that. Also, in the latest version of the game, you now have access to the ancient well after a certain chapter. Basically what it does is that prior to any battle, you throw a bunch of items into the well, and depending on the item cost that you throw into it, you can reach anywhere between level 1 to 5 stars, and you can claim the rewards after any chapter, skirmish, or paralog that you did. The items you get varies, with obviously the higher the star level, the better the reward. But the main thing that it gives are SP bucks. Now, SP is a unique currency that previously you can only obtain if your unit has a ring equipped, which used to be very limited. But with the well, now you have a chance to get SP bucks, meaning previous skill inherits with high SP costs are now obtainable, which gives you more access to more diverse builds for your army, and that's great. I fully recommend this game and can say that, you know, the price you pay for the amount of content and playtime you can get out of it is nothing short of amazing. Easily one of my most favorite games on the Switch. Let me know what your thoughts are on this game, you know, I guess down in the comments or whatever. Yeah, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.